They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but what if it holds a terrifying secret? My name is Daniel, and I live alone in a small apartment. It was a regular evening. I had just finished watching a horror movie, feeling a little spooked but nothing serious. The apartment was silent, save for the soft hum of the refrigerator and the occasional creaks from the old wooden floor. I sighed, rubbing my eyes. Maybe I should sleep, I muttered. But instead, I picked up my phone. To lighten the mood, I decided to take a selfie. I didn't know why, maybe to distract myself from the eerie feeling creeping into my mind. I adjusted my hair in the dimly lit room, forced a half smile, and snapped a picture. Click. I glanced at the photo, and my heart nearly stopped. Behind me, in the dimly lit background, there was a shadowy figure. A face pale, hollow eyes staring right at me. My breath hitched. A cold shiver ran down my spine. The room felt colder all of a sudden, like an unseen presence was watching me. My fingers trembled as I zoomed in on the image. The figure was partially obscured, but the outline was unmistakable. I turned around instantly, scanning the room. Nothing. No one was there. I took a deep breath, trying to steady my nerves. It's just a glitch, or maybe a trick of the light, I whispered, convincing myself. Determined to prove it was just my imagination, I lifted my phone again and took another photo. Click. The figure was closer now. My blood ran cold. The shadowy form was no longer lurking in the background. It was directly behind me, its hollow eyes staring right into mine. A sense of dread gripped me, paralyzing me for a moment. I could hear my own heartbeat pounding in my ears. I swallowed hard, forcing myself to move. My hands trembled as I turned on all the lights, scanning every corner of my apartment. The doors were locked. The windows shut tight. There was no one here. At least, that's what I wanted to believe. I checked the photos again. My stomach churned. The first image was still there, but the second. It had changed. Now, the figure had an open mouth twisted into a grotesque smile. I dropped my phone. A strangled gasp escaped my lips. This wasn't possible. I blinked rapidly, hoping my eyes were playing tricks on me. Slowly, hesitantly, I picked up my phone again. My fingers hovered over the screen as I debated whether to take another picture. Just one more, I whispered. Just to prove I'm imagining this. I positioned the camera and clicked. Click. The figure was now inches away from me. But this time, it wasn't just in the photo. A cold breath brushed against the back of my neck. I froze. My entire body stiffened. The hairs on my arms stood on end. A sickening feeling of being watched overwhelmed me. The air in the room turned heavy, suffocating. I didn't want to turn around. Every nerve in my body screamed at me to stay still, to not acknowledge whatever was standing there. But an invisible force, something beyond my control, made me move. Slowly, I turned my head. Nothing. The room was empty. But deep down, I knew I wasn't alone. Tears burned in my eyes as fear clawed at my throat. I grabbed my phone, my mind racing with panic. I had to leave. I had to get out of this apartment. But as I rushed toward the door, my phone buzzed violently in my hand. A new notification. My breath caught in my throat as I looked at the screen. New photo saved to gallery. But I hadn't taken another photo. With trembling fingers, I opened the gallery. It was a picture of me. But this time, I wasn't alone. The figure was right beside me, its twisted smile inches away from my face. Its skeletal hand rested on my shoulder. And then, the lights went out. A whisper echoed in the darkness. You are never alone. The last thing I remember is a chilling, unnatural laughter filling the room before everything went black. Narrator, whispering, next time you take a selfie, make sure you're really alone.